Rambles. Hope you're doing well. We have a special visitor today, clicking and clacking on the keyboard, but she refuses to be on camera. Should we pivot around?
No, you can't. I have not safe for word things on my screen.
Okay, so we're not gonna pan over that way. Anyway, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today, I did the thing where I sat down and pushed the record button and had no idea what I was gonna talk about. So we're gonna figure it out along the way. Yeah. Oh, Godzilla got hung back up. Look at him. Look at him in all his majesty. It wants to focus on my face. Don't focus on my face. Focus on the art in the background. Yeah, he's back up. I took him down because I moved some desks around in here. Because the original plan was I was going to have mega desk, where I was going to have the ASMR desk here and then my desk right next to it, because my girlfriend's desk is like right there. And I moved it while she was gone, and then when she came home I was like, ta-da, surprise! And she hated it, so I moved it all back. But I had already taken some of the art down, so I had to go put all the art back up, and that was the last one that to go back up. And because my desk is kind of in the way, it was sort of a hassle to get it back up. So it's been on the ground for a couple months now, I think. I don't know. Anyway, it's back up, and I'm happy that it's there. And speaking of art, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know. I got no ideas. I'm grasping at straws here. Let's do some life updates. Let's talk about. So the first week of the year is through. We're almost through the second half of the week. I started a couple things that aren't goals, but are good for me. I started an emergency savings account, which is something I've never had, even though I'm 37 years old, because I'm a responsible adult. I've always been the kind of person that's like, emergency savings account, I've got a credit card for that, which is a terrible idea, especially when you get stuck in the debt treadmill and you convince yourself that you need to buy expensive camera gear for your job / hobby. That's maybe the best piece of advice I can give anybody is don't make a hobby a job, especially if there's like a lot of equipment you could easily justify buying by being like, I'll make money with this, which is, it's sometimes very true, but more often than not, it is not true, and you'll end up buying a lot of stuff that you end up like not ever really using. Like I have so many lights that are like these blue lights go out on shoots. Like I think I spent not quite $500 on 2 of them, and I think I've only really used them for YouTube and like maybe 4 shoots. So if you think about, those shoots that I took them on, maybe they've paid for themselves a little bit. If you factor in the YouTube money, it's probably still, I would have booked those jobs without those tubes. So it's really kind of irrelevant, but I like them. They're fun to have. But then I have like a closet full of stuff. Like I've bought like 3 or 4 different gimbals, which is like thousands of dollars worth of gimbals. And I think I've used them collectively between like the 4 gimbals I've bought and paid for. I think I've maybe used them a total of like 50 times. So you're talking, I don't know what that is. It's got to be something in like the $50 to $60 per usage range, which is just unhinged and like a terrible idea. And then you look at like drones I've probably bought. I think I bought 2 drones, but I do want to buy another one because I feel like drones are just now getting to the point where they're like really hard. My girlfriend is just glaring at me. I'm not going to buy a drone yet. I'm going to buy a cheap one. She's angry. But yeah, I could see some usage for it, because I think I could buy a last model drone, because they can come out with them every year now, and they're tiny, so you don't need like the license to fly it. I don't think. I gotta look into that. If you're just flying it for like interstitial YouTube cuts, which is kind of what I would use it for, I think it could be fun to go out and do some like drone missions, and get some of that interstitial footage. footage, and then I could just sell that drone and be like, I got a bunch of it. I'm good. Anyway. Oh, so yes. So I've been putting money. The goal is every week to put at least $10 into my IRA, which before now has kind of just been a thing where, like, if I get like a bunch of paychecks, I'll be like, oh, I should put some money in my IRA, and I'll put a couple $100 from like these massive paychecks. I'm like, oh yeah, a couple $100, great. So now I'm gonna start trying to do it every week on, like, I want to say Mondays, but I did it today now on Thursday, so we'll just try to do it every week. At least $10. Hopefully some weeks more, because I think I won't. There's a I don't know where I heard this from, but the idea was like establish the habit and then build upon it. I think that's an Atomic Habits thing. But it's just like that plus, like, at least just don't do the worst thing, which the worst thing would be not contributing at all to your IRA. And so, like, I think last year, because I had such cash flow issues, there was never a time where I was like getting a bunch of checks at once and I was like a couple $100. So I contributed almost nothing into my IRA, and it's like I'm behind on my retirement funding, and I need to get in on that and probably be a little more aggressive with it. So it's time to do that. And 2024, new year, it's good times any. So $10 a week at least, hopefully some more when good things happen. And yeah. So anyway, this week I put $20 in. 22 technically, because I missed hockey because they moved it and the weather was sucky, and I just didn't feel like playing hockey this week. So I saved myself $12, and I added that to the 10. I'm like, $22 in that retirement account. What's up? Here we go, boys and girls and in-betweens. Is in-between rude? I need a ruling on this. It depends on the person. Okay. So I guess we gotta ask. I can't ask everybody. Wait, what was that? Say it again.
Guys, gals, and non-binary.
Ooh, I like that. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Ooh, or write that down. Write that down. Anyway. I'm gonna start all my videos with that. Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Cancel. Anyway, what else is going on? I started my Tau army, and I finally got a game in with the Tau. We played some Kill Team with I did a compendium compendium Tau team. So there's so in Kill Team, if you don't know, which I'm sure you don't, there are bespoke teams and there are compendium teams. Compendium teams are basically like, hey, did you play Warhammer 40k? You probably have the models to build a kill team, and you kind of have like some basic units that are like pretty common in most armies. So like the Tau army is like stealth suits and some fire warriors, which, like, if you have a Tau army, you probably have those things. And then bespoke teams are like teams that were built specifically for kill team. So the Tau have a bespoke kill team, and it's like, instead of just like, oh, here's fire warriors, you have like, excuse me, it's like, here is a sniper guy, and here's a medic guy, and here's a guy that flies drones, and here's this guy that's got a railgun, and this guy that's got like an iron blaster. Did I say iron blaster? An ion blaster. Anyway, so I played with a compendium team, which are generally like not as fun because they don't have like all the specialist players. But I played against another player using a compendium team because there's for Tyranids, which are like the little bug guys. They only have a compendium team. So we played compendium teams, and it's great because it's like way more simple. There's way less rules because you don't have all these like specialist guys. You gotta look up their abilities and stuff, and so it's kind of just the core of Kill Team, and it's just a lot faster and a lot more fun, and it's good time. And I won because the Tau are for the greater good. The Tau is interesting. The Tau lore is that they're like a big group of aliens that like send out emissaries, and they're like, join us, or we will make you join us. So it's like, don't make us commit war crimes. That's the Tau army. It's just like, don't make us do it, but we will. And then if you don't join them, they commit war crimes against you. And they have big robots. So there's big robots and war crimes. But it's for the greater good. So it's very much a sort of hot fuzz sort of thing. Like, for the greater good. Like, that's their motto, is for the greater good. So, war crimes for the greater good. Or you can just join them, and they'll give you their technology. So there's really no reason not to join them, aside from their space. They're space communists, basically. So, communism has never failed anybody. I'm sure it's fine in space. Anyway, and then I still have my orc army that I'm working on. But look at this. I got a turntable. You turn it on. And it moves very slowly. So I want to put stuff and things on the turntable. And it just, let me try not to knock the microphone. Focus on this. No, not on me. Focus on this thing. Will it do it? It might be too close. Put it over here. Let's zoom in. Oh, now it wants to focus on Godzilla, of course. Will focus. Can it focus? It can't. Anyway, it's a turntable, and it turns. And you can maybe see that it's turning. Yeah. So I'm going to get like the models that we paint, and I'm going to put it on this and make little videos with it. And when I say the models that we paint, I mean the models that my girlfriend paints, because she is way better at it than I am. But she has an art degree, so it's not really fair to compare our skill sets, because she has an art degree and I have giant hands and no dexterity. And she's got little goblin hands. She's got little goblin fingies. That makes it easier for her to manipulate tools. Whereas I'm just like, I can smash things good. But I'm getting better. I'm getting more dexterity in my fingies. Look, I can do this. I could do this. Just bonks the mic as hard as possible. Okay, yeah. You jealous? You should be. I bet you can do this too with your dexterity. This is my right hand. This is my primary hand too. Anyway, I also have bad handwriting, in case you were wondering, because I'm a man. Oh, she's trying it. Ooh, she's trying. What's the matter, babe? You don't have dexterity. She threw a pen at me, but she laughed too. I made her laugh. That's all that matters. She's still laughing about it. Got him. She's got not safe for work things on her screen. Okay, to back up on what was not safe for work on her screen, she's playing The Sims. I'm not allowed to talk about it, apparently. It's The Sims. It's nothing gross. Anyway. Yeah. So, there's your video. Just, oh, also, I want to make some videos with dice. Okay, listen. So I got this wooden box at like a dollar store. But listen to the sound it makes when dice hit it. It's a fun sound. It's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. So I'm gonna make a video with that sooner than later. And also, I put the helmet back on my hockey. Put the camera back on my hockey helmet. So last week I filmed a POV hockey video, so I gotta do the voiceover for that. I cut down the video to just the hockey bits instead of like the bits on the bench, which no one cares about. So I just gotta do a voiceover, which is kind of a pain to do those. So I'm trying to figure out a workflow that's like conducive for filming it, because like the way I'm doing it right now is kind of clunky, because I'm like playing back the video and screen recording it and then like hitting stop and like having to sync stuff. It's just kind of weird, and it doesn't doesn't work. It's not very seamless yet, so I gotta figure out some workflow with that. But more of those POV hockey videos are coming, and more just weird rambly videos where I talk about nothing and make my girlfriend laugh until she throws stuff at me. So yeah, that's all I got today. I hope you're doing well, and if not, I hope that turns around for a hero soon. And until next time, I don't know. I keep doing that, or I'm just like, until next time, and it just needs to stop. And until next time, but like I say it in a way that's like I'm gonna say something else, but then I never say anything else, and then I'm like, fuck, I messed this up. So until next time.